About that thin squad, what do you see now today when you start with a 6? Is it enough now?
No, I think like from a player's point of view, we can only control what we do on the pitch. I think the message we sent to everyone, the league, is that we're ready. We're ready for any situation, any squad. Ultimately, yeah, we've got a thin squad. There's still 8 or 9 days until the window, so we'll see if we do some business. But it's out of our control as players. We have to just focus on what we can do, and that's going out on the pitch and performing like that.
Nico Jackson, Jan.
Yeah, but is he the answer? I think if Jackson is the answer for Bayern, this is a wrong question. Oh. I can't see how he's gonna strengthen them. I can't see that. But what we're seeing now in Bayern is that, as always, there are different camps at Bayern. So one say, Uli Hoeneß say, get players on loan. Max Eber said, oh, I thought we were going to buy someone. And then Company is the quiet lad saying nothing. But apparently he was over to Hoeneß and asked for more money to strengthen his squad. Then Harry Kane, who never said something controversial his whole football career, suddenly says that our squad is thin. I'm just wondering, is he a messenger for someone?
Oh, what? Which person? Nico Jackson? Who's he a messenger for? Yeah.
Okay, if you followed my argument there, I said there is one guy who never says anything, who is very quiet, being the coach.
Yes.
And then suddenly, then Kane comes out and says our squad is a bit thin. So, I mean, who could be the suspect?
Nico Jackson, Ali, does this get Bayern fans excited, do you think?
Well, I don't think it should get Bayern fans excited, but I do think that Bayern Munich need numbers in the attack, because in talking about a potential injury for somebody, if anybody in that front line for Bayern Munich goes down, they just don't even have the players to step in and actually do a job. They are very thin, but that's not the only position that they're thin in. They're thin in the midfield. They're thin in the outside back position as well. If you look at the right back, it's still Konrad Laimer who's playing right back for this team, who's not a right back. The midfield line, if one of those players goes down, and then you're depending on Pavlovic and maybe Kimmich, but that's it. There isn't much more than that. And so if you wanted to really dive deep into how short Bayern Munich are, you just go into Bundesliga and their website and actually look at the squad. Not only their squad, but as compared to every other squad in Bundesliga, and you'll see that every other squad has a bunch of pictures of players, whereas Bayern has a few pictures.
Oh.
It's the numbers
of great players.
Of great players.
Yeah.
And so they get from 1 to about 12 or 13. Beyond that, Bayern Munich is looking for answers, and maybe Nico Jackson is one of those answers.
Sticking with Germany, Jan, what's Jobe Bellingham's dad been up to?
Oh, yeah. You have this brother who looks like Jude, but doesn't play like Jude. Is that fair to say?
Wow.
And the first game, there is a long relationship between the Bellingham family. Of course, Jude take the next step there before he went to Real Madrid. St. Pauli, Niko Kovac, who just extended his contract, the game away at St. Pauli. At halftime, Jobe was taken off, and the dad went down to the dressing room area and ended up in a heated conversation with Sebastian Kehl. And they don't like that. Wow, that is a surprise. They don't like parents coming into the dressing room in the Bundesliga. Wow, what's going on at Dortmund?
Wow, this is under-8 stuff.
This is how embarrassing. I mean, even Jude will be embarrassed for a bit of this when he hears it. Never mind Joe. Can you imagine Joby going into the dressing room on Monday morning? I can't imagine the stick.
I have a question, guys.
Oh, it's embarrassing, seriously.
Go on, Frank.
I have a question, guys. I don't know. I've been a professional player for many years. I never thought my father could have been able to go into the dressing room, without any pass, I guess, and being able to go through all securities to say a word to the coach. How those parents are able to go down with all the security that we know, or the professionalism that we know is in big clubs, and Dortmund is a big club, all those parents can go down to the tunnel and talk to the coach. How that possible? I never thought, and I'm sure Ali's parents, Stevie's parents, Jana's parents, I'm pretty sure never been allowed to go in the tunnel in any stadium.
Frank,
So
I didn't think this
parents-
conversation would start with the security detail at the Dortmund game. Surely that's not the big talking point. The talking point is surely the fact that you've got a dad coming down and telling the staff what to do.
No, but No, I just wanted to go another way because we all agree that it's stupid as a parent
Maybe
to
Ali
go
thinks
to
it's a good
complain.
idea.
So, no, I'm pretty sure I know Ali, and I would never talk to Ali anymore
where's
if he
your
thinks it's a
QR
very
code?
good idea.
What I would say is
my dad was or asked and is a referee, and he's 80. And the only thing my dad did with him, he went down to the referee and said, why did you do this and that? But he never went to our dressing room.
it is a great opportunity for players inside that locker room, inside that dressing room. The next time that Jobe Bellingham comes into the locker room, is Daddy with you?
Yeah.
Did you bring Daddy with you? And that's the way players would deal with it and make a joke of it, because otherwise,
good point.
Otherwise, it's so embarrassing that unless you address it as a player and make a joke of it, it's something that is going to hang on Joe's head for the rest of the season.
You've told me before, when you coached the Revs, you would have parents telling you where their kids should be playing.
One parent came up to me in pre-season in the hotel. I thought he was coming to say hello, how you doing?
Yes.
Shook his hand, and he went, "Have you ever thought of playing so-and-so wide on the left and touching it?" I went like that. Bye. See you later.
That's incredible.
You know what? You know what? I remember talking to Patrick Vieira when he was the coach at Crystal Palace, and they say, "Are you feeling?" He say, "I'm fed up with parents." And he said, "I launched a new guy. He was a young guy, and he played like 1-2 games, and then he decided to put him back on the bench." And the day after, at the agent, the parents, they came, say, "How come do you put my kid on the bench? You know, his value would go down." He said, "He played 2 games. What kind of value he has, you know? And do you think that if he will be very, very good, I would put him on the bench? And don't you think that I do it for him as well, to be back on the bench?" So that's what we have right now. And parents, they're not afraid of saying to a professional coach what they have to do. That's unbearable for me.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.